The Volkswagen Golf might not be the best-selling small hatchback in Australia, but it is often regarded as being one of the best in its class. And the German brand hasn't rested on its laurels, giving its bread and butter small hatchback a midlife upgrade.
At first glance, the Golf 7.5, as it's known, doesn't look dramatically different, but there are a host of minor styling tweaks to identify it from its predecessor, including updated bumpers and new look alloy wheels. The range has been tweaked too, with the deletion of the previous entry-level variant and now just the choice of either 1.4 litre petrol or 2 litre turbo diesel engines across 4 different trimline levels: Standard, Trendline, Comfort Line and High Line. Naturally, that means a higher entry price than before, with the range now starting at $23,990 drive away and topping out at $38,490 for the range-topping Highline diesel. All models come well equipped with alloy wheels and automated emergency braking, rear view camera and 7 airbags as standard equipment.
But the bigger treats come inside the cabin. While it's fairly familiar, there are some significant updates, including the adoption of a 9.2-inch colour touchscreen with gesture controls for volume and album musics and things like that, which allows you to change the track at the flick of a wrist. And it also comes with Volkswagen's 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster.
Our test car is the 110 TSI Highline Petrol that costs $35,990 drive away. The engine is a 1.4 litre turbocharged 4-cylinder that produces 110 kilowatts and 250 newton meters, with a claimed average consumption of 5.7 litres per 100 k's.
Well, around town, it's pretty much all the engine you'll ever need. It's got great low-down pulling power that makes it effortless to drive, but it's also got a nice mid-range that allows you to have a little bit of fun in it when you can. It does get a little bit noisy when you're up for the rent, but otherwise it is a great little engine. And it works well too with this 7-speed dual-clutch automatic. When on the move, the shifts are pretty much invisible, but there is still a little bit of that jerkiness and hesitation when you're getting away from a standstill. As for how it drives, well, in typical Volkswagen fashion, it's got this sort of European character to the suspension settings. It's pretty firm around town and you will feel most of the bumps in the road, but on smooth surfaces like this, it's really nice and compliant and quite comfortable. There's little in the way of road noise unless you're on coarse chip surfaces, and wind noise is abated quite well in the cabin as well at highway speeds. But it is quite an engaging little car to drive. It's got neutral handling and a pretty sure-footed stance on the road.
All in all, it's the one percenters, the small things, that keeps the Golf at the top of the small car class. Sure, you pay a bit more for it, but it has a level of refinement and overall quality that its Japanese and South Korean rivals simply cannot match.